Yeah, it's cool.
Feels embroidered.
Yeah, I love that.
Hey, let's hit it.
Ready to go?
Let's do it.
It's great to have you with us.
From Memphis, Tennessee.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Bailey.
G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of the Preferred Lies podcast with a home of good golf and better chat. My name's Reese. I'm your faithful host. Joining me, we're live from Casa de Woo tonight, out in the Shed of Destiny. Joining me in said shed, Adam Fastnedge is here.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm flying now. You're here. Now, I was in an okay mood and then I saw your shirt and my mood got turned up to 10. It's a fantastic choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bold not to wear an Origin jersey tonight.
Yeah, well, my plans were sort of,
Tell us about him.
well, the wife stole the jersey for her Origin night
Makes
with the
sense.
parents.
Happy wife, happy life. I'm with you. Also joining me on the show tonight, the true Queensland spirit, the man who owns the shed, Mr. Sim Woo. How are you, mate?
I'm doing well, Nick. How are you?
Good. Thanks for hosting us tonight.
You're welcome.
It's a marvellous atmosphere. I feel at home. It feels safe.
We're about to turn it up to 11 once footy starts, mate.
Yeah, blood's pumping. Someone whose blood is definitely pumping. Blue blood. Mr. Mitchy Dunbar. How are you, mate?
Yeah, going good, mate. How you going?
Going pretty good.
That's good.
Look, you're either going to be the happiest man in Australia or the saddest in about 2 hours' time.
Let's be real. It's probably going to be sad. We just don't get it.
Look, I think this is a bit of false optimism here. I actually think Mitty's pretty high up, and he's just
Keeping it under the radar.
He's playing coy. He's playing. Yeah, I can see he's got a little glisten in his eye. How's everyone's week, boys? I might start with you, Fasty. Anything exciting on golf, off golf?
Yeah,
Anything
it's a
mad
pretty
happen?
crazy week with the rain. So, yeah, got a few jobs done that needed doing and
Just little odd jobs, little clean up
little
stuff.
odd jobs. Mowed the lawn for the first time in 4 weeks.
Just in time for it to piss down rain again.
Yes.
How good.
Yeah.
You been out on the track? You been hitting balls?
Not for the last couple of weeks. Had a late pull out on Sunday for unforeseen circumstances, but I think the weekend before we got out with the boys. So
Had a bash, had some fun?
yeah, it was good.
I like that. What about you, Mitchy? What's been going on in the life of Mitch?
So got the promotion a couple of weeks ago. So moved into the
Tell everyone about you're now the golf operations manager.
so moved into a golf operations role. So that's pretty exciting. So looking forward to that. So it's kind of been all hands on deck the first couple of weeks, trying to just cross a few things off the list. But yeah, you and I got out for a round. Well, most of a round yesterday.
3/4
before it poured with rain, and it was. I had a fat time. I think
I had a good time.
you had a good time.
There was parts that might come up later, which will demonstrate why time was less than optimal on one particular hole. But look, we'll talk about that later. Stay tuned. And Sim Woo, you've had a pretty good week. You've been planes, cranes, and automobiles. You've been
Doing everything, mate.
very
Very busy.
full send.
I am.
Yeah.
I did actually manage to get out for a round on Sunday with Shoaf, Season 1 Mike, and young Cartwheel. We came out on Sunday.
Cartwheel, I like that.
That's what his uncles call him. So, we went out on Sunday and had a fat old time.
It's a good group.
Yeah, a lot of horrible golf, except for Shoaf. He got 38 points, I believe. He broke 80, which is pretty cool.
Shoaf Tiger
nice.
Woods, what's
He's very slick. He's Euro.
Yeah.
He's like the European Freddie Couples, I guess you could nearly call it.
like a bit of Dirk Nowitzki vibe?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Basketballer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Very
that.
similar.
My bad. Boys, let's move on. Let's chat about the front nine side of things. Brought to you by our sponsors, Build Right Innovations. Give Jack and the team a call. New builds, renos. Mate, they'll even do a concrete. If you ask them nicely, they'll probably do a dump run for you. Don't hold me to that, though. Give Jack a ring, and we want a big thank you to the guys at Build Right Innovations for being long-time sponsors of our lovely podcast. Now, we are on the review side of things. The CJ Cup, Byron Nelson came up. I didn't catch much of this one, but Wyndham Clark has won the 2026 CJ Byron Nelson. This marks his first win of 2026 and his fourth PGA title. With this win, 1.854 schmil. That'll pay some registration bills. So I got mine in the mail the other day, not happy. And a 2-year tour exemption. He gets entry into the Masters, the PGA, the Players, and 500 FedEx points. Boys, I'll throw over to you. What did you think of the blow pig getting the job done?
It was very impressive. I think they said a stat in the coverage that the last time he shot 60 on the PGA Tour was the last time he won, which was Pebble Beach in 24, I think. So, which was only a 3-rounder, but shot 60 in both of those events and won. So, very impressive. Not much of a golf course. I think that $22 million that they spent wasn't spent very well to make it harder, and they only made it harder by one shot. So, return on investment there is probably not great.
You'd hate to be in the in like the course designer's shoes, like, oh no, we've turned this up to 11 here, boys. This is gonna we haven't done that.
Yeah,
Not a good look. What made Wyndham's win so special for you, mate? Was there anything that sort of stood out?
not really. I'm not a massive fan of Wyndham Clark, just as a person. I think the way that he plays golf is impressive. Like he drives the absolute crap out of the golf ball normally, and that's
Crap.
kind of been there's children, mate.
Yeah, crap's a swear word.
Yeah, so he drives it really well, and that's kind of eluded him in the last 12 months or so, and it's slowly coming back. This golf course, like I was saying before, you could hit it anywhere and still be not in
Okay.
trouble. So it probably plays into someone like Wyndham Clark, who hasn't been driving the ball well. You can hit it anywhere, and if you're at least striking your irons pretty good and putting it, he had like almost 13 strokes gained in putting alone. So
Well, I was going to bring in Sim Wu on that point, is that he was rocking a new putter. He was rolling the Ping Scottsdale Tech Ally Blue. Sim Wu, I know you're a big tech guy and you're a big putter guy, especially. Just adding Natasha to your bag. What did you make of his putting performance, mate? And the new putter, sorry.
Yeah, well, obviously he shot 66, 63, 65, 60. So it's a pretty solid run at any course, even though it's a course that's quite easy and doesn't obviously offer much in the way of trouble for these guys. So I do recall Frank Nubolo, I think it was, in the coverage saying that, oh, wow, it's so amazing that all these guys are finding form this weekend. And it's just because it was an easy course. So he probably wasn't actually driving the ball that well. I think he plays a big fade normally.
slice almost,
Big
yeah.
slice. So it was just the course where you could... join the club, where you could do that and be a bit erratic with your driver and still be in a good position to get up and down. And I think probably one of the most telling stats was Scotty Scheffler didn't make a 5 until the 71st hole of the tournament.
You're kidding.
So he
That's a good
nearly
stat.
went the whole tournament without a 5. Would have been the first time in probably
a
I don't
long
know how
time,
long. It's a very long
The
time.
71st hole was a shit of a time to do it too.
The second
like,
last hole.
Oh, damn. Fast man, did you catch much of this one, mate? Were your eyes glued to the blow pig?
Not a massive amount, but yeah, I did watch that last round, and it was quite exciting, I suppose, watching Suba, Scheffler, Simwu, and Wyndham sort of change in the leaderboard. You know, almost hole by hole, they were chasing each other, and obviously Wyndham Clark just ran away with it in the last couple of holes. So, but yeah, that putter got really hot. So.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Like I put here in the notes, Seawork him. It was he a call for the SHIT squad there? Like he was leading with 2 on the last day. Is that?
Well,
it's not a massive identification. It might be just a little skid mark, maybe.
No. So
Chart.
he went out. He shot 60 on round 2.
Yep.
So there was almost a Friday investigation because he royally effed up the last hole on
Bogeyed the last for
Friday.
60.
Yeah, bogeyed the last at 60. He just had to par it, and he blew his approach over the green, and it was short-sided up a hill to this
Yuck.
tiny little part of the green, and he muffed the chip and left himself way too far for the putt, and then missed it. So that was almost an investigation on that one, because I thought for all money, probably on the 14th hole, that he was going to shoot 59 or possibly even 58. He was playing that well, and then he bottled it on the last. So bit unfortunate for the big fella. It's good to see him playing well, but as I mentioned before, there's a lot of guys playing well on that course because it was not particularly difficult. So we had Keith Mitchell 5th, Jackson Suba. Haven't heard much from him recently, but he shot a 61 on Friday as well. Tom Hogue, Tony Finau, who's been out in the wilderness for a little while, so he was up high on the leaderboard as well. So, yeah, as we said before, probably not a whole heap of return on investment for, I think it's $25 million.
Big dollars.
Doesn't get you much these days.
No.
It's over $1 million a hole. If you think about it that way.
Yeah, right. Imagine spending $1 million per hole at the Ridge. You get a fair bit of. You get a fair bit done.
It's almost $1 million per birdie. It's like $800,000 per birdie for the tournament. So
But I think they were saying on No Laying Up, so Siwoo Kim and William Clark combined for 57 under par between the two of them.
Yeah, wow.
Those are big numbers.
That's a big
was that
thing.
the best ball in that round? Did you hear that one?
No,
as
that's
well?
total
Oh,
for 72 holes.
There was
so-
a 54 was their best ball on the Friday when Siwoo shot 60.
a 54.
Yep.
It's pretty rude.
Yeah, I had that on the front nine the other day.
Blades Brown come T7, I think, and he punched his PGA Tour membership. So I think he needed to get just
Blades
enough
Brown,
points.
if he didn't play golf,
T14.
he should
T14.
be
But
fine.
he's
was it?
done. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
right.
good.
There you go.
Yep.
But yeah, well done at 18 or 19 years
Yeah,
old.
it's good.
Skipped college to put all his eggs in one basket and it's paid off. So
Absolutely.
another Akshay Bhatia kind of deal. So
Yeah, I like that from you. And Blades Brown.
it's a good
like,
name.
It's a sick name.
If he's not a golfer or a barber, he's not doing it right, in my opinion. We did probably talk about the highlights there a little bit. Any lowlights from you guys? Like, was there anything that's sort of like, it wasn't great, wasn't good, or was it all just pretty mediocre golf floods?
Spieth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bit stinky.
Yeah.
Talk
In
to
that,
us.
was it the last round that he had, or was it the third round that he had a couple over par?
Yeah.
Just putted it awful. This kind of course with how it was playing was looking prime for him because you can just hit it absolutely anywhere, scramble around it and make some putts, but obviously didn't make any putts. So I think, yeah, he had a couple over in that third round and that just put him out because he was kind of sniffing around. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't,
Ended up coming T19.
must have played all right the last day.
It was second. Yeah, it was round 3. Shot 73.
Yeah.
But 66 final round. So
And Brooks Koepka was a bit stinky as well. So
Yeah,
signs
I
of life
also expected something, yeah.
in the first round, but that second round he just could not get anything to go in the hole. So
he still shot 18 under for the tournament. That's challenge. That's competing on most tournaments.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
shoots 18 under this week at the Charles Schwab, he'll be winner.
He'll be cheering.
He'll win for sure.
Imagine shooting 18 under and being like, oh, fuck.
T19.
I was going to
You
say
still get a
only,
check.
only just
Yeah,
get inside
yeah.
top 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still get
you-
a check, but
You'd still get something. Speaking about getting something, sure thing with Adam King hits. Is it the third week in a row?
Sure.
I think it's pretty close.
yep.
Look, Kingy was that overjoyed he couldn't join us here tonight because
Spending
he
his winnings.
almost went into cardiac arrest. Yeah, when he saw that all those 3 green ticks on Sportsbet. So big well done to the King man for getting the job done. It's always good to see the short thing. I hope you guys followed it like me and put some money on and only put a couple of bucks on, but you still get a little bit back. So
while we're on the betting front,
Yeah.
and given it is the year of accountability, I did have a little clip I was going to play into the microphone, but my phone's being used to record this session, so I'm just going to talk about it.
hit us with it.
There was someone on the podcast last week when I was checking through some footage that said that he would be almost putting the house on Scotty Scheffler winning that weekend.
Almost.
Almost put the house
But I
on it.
didn't. so third is pretty close.
But I'm going to commend you though for picking someone outside of what Kingy did because that's good. Probably would have had higher odds than what he picked.
It's got to be over $3 for
It
Simmo.
is.
We like that. Simmo's always chased value. I won't hear
You got to
otherwise.
put your nuts on the line, all right? That's what you got to do.
Says the guy that doesn't bet.
Exactly. That's why I'm not putting my nuts on the line.
But if you are going to,
Yeah,
you've
you
got to
gotta do it.
Yeah, I like that from you. Any other reviews, boys? Was there any other golf that caught your eye this weekend or the last week that was?
Nah.
No.
Nothing of note. We might move on and we'll jump into preview time. And we are at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Want to have a talk to PGA Tour. Do you think they should rename some of these? Like last week, CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. Horrible name.
Well,
Just call it the CJ Cup. I'm all right with that.
yeah, so
Or the Byron Nelson.
yeah, so I think it is the Byron Nelson. CJ are the sponsors, and that's Siwoo's sponsor. They're like a Korean.
Gotcha.
And it used to be
Video
overseas,
part
didn't
of
it?
it, I think. Yeah,
The CJ was the
it
hero.
was
or
in
Japan or
Korea.
Yep. But yeah, no, it is hard.
So is that just the sponsor's name? They have to be on the.
Well, if they want to be naming
Yeah, they
sponsor,
have to
their
be on
name
the
has to
ticket.
be in it, I guess. So,
So the Charles Schwab Challenge, are they sponsors or is Charles Schwab a?
That is a sponsor. So they do the Champions Tour. Like you know how it's the FedEx Cup Tour Championship. It's for the Champions Tour. It is the Charles Schwab
Yep.
Tour Championship or whatever it is. So that is their sponsor, naming sponsor.
You can't say we don't educate you here on PLP.
absolutely.
Absolutely scintillating. I did not know that. I'm genuinely impressed.
Are we going to the preview?
Let's
Yeah, because I'll tell you a little bit of history while we're on names.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Over to you, Simo. You're going to run through the course details, a bit of history,
Yeah.
and some deets.
I'll give you a bit of history. So we're at the Colonial Country Club, which has hosted this tournament 22 times. But in those 22 times, it's been called the Bank of America Colonial, the Crown Plaza Invitational, Dean and DeLuca Invitational, the Fort Worth Invitational, and most recently, since 2019, it's been called the Charles Schwab Challenge. So it does change a lot depending on who's ponying up the cash for the event or for the winners. So
these guys are just out there just selling themselves to.
yeah, so the
Sponsors.
PGA Tour say we want some events in Texas because we've got a lot of sponsors that want to give us money there. We've got some events on the East Coast that we want to do at this time of the year, some West Coast swing stuff, and it just works around that. So yeah,
It's
There
basically
is-
just whoever fronts cash, you're in.
yeah, there is a bit of talk about whether that the Byron Nelson should be there. Like, there's probably not another course in Texas, but there's a lot of donors that want to be a part of the PGA Tour, so they kind of have to find another course to play at, which is why we play at a 30 under course that's had $25 million spent on it. But that won't be the case this week. So we're at the Colonial Country Club, and it got renovated about 3 years ago. So it's in pretty decent nick. Last year was 12 under, got the chocolates, 14 under the year before that. Then we had a run of 2 years at 8 and 9 under. So it's definitely almost the complete opposite of what we see, especially if the weather gets up on this side of town. So we have had 20 under, but that was back in 2018. So it's been renovated since then. So we're expecting it to be a bit more of a challenge for the guys, which is probably a little bit inconsistent with the guys that have come from that tournament.
Yeah, I was just
now
going to
coming
ask
over
you
to
that.
this
Yeah.
one, and they're going to change up the way they play slightly. So maybe for me, I think that's probably exciting because they're going to have to adapt, and we're going to see how good they are at adapting. But for them, maybe they want a little bit more consistency in the
Or just more of a gradual decline from a 20-something
build
under
up, yeah.
to a 8 under. Like, it's a big drop off.
Yep. So it's a type of course that it doesn't always favour bombers, especially since the rebuild. So since the rebuild, it's definitely been either neutral or favoured accuracy guys. So you'll see in a lot of the statistical reviews of who should win, it's a lot of the short hitters coming up or the really accurate guys. So I think there's a fair bit of trouble you can get yourself into off the tee, which will be exciting to watch.
So someone like an Aaron Rye maybe might feature a little bit later on.
We had Ben Griffin, Riley Davis in 24, Emiliano Grillo in 23, Sam Burns 22, Jason Kokrak, Daniel Berger. Scotty won it, Adam Scott in 2014. So it's I think the only Aussie to win this event. But
Yeah, right.
So it's definitely not a bomb and gouge paradise.
Yeah, more of a ball strikers. Who's going to be there, Speedy? Is there anyone notable? Anyone you've got your eye on, mate?
Yeah, so it's not a stacked field, but there's a few big names: Max Homer, Rasmus Højgaard, Keegan. I love trains. Bradley, Brian Harmon, Justin JT, Russell Henley, Ben Griffin, Big Dick Rick, JJ Spawn, Ludwig, and world famous Hao Tong Lee.
Ooh.
Ooh,
There's also a couple
big
of
river
others.
running all the way down the side. So no,
Big River guy.
yeah, not
He'll be
happening.
fine.
You reckon?
And then from home, or my adopted home, Cam Davis
Oh,
Kimmy D.
and Carl Phillips.
Koala?
Field.
Koala Carl.
And from my original home, we've got Harry Hall.
Harry Hall, isn't he?
So hopefully he can.
He's the one that
come
wears the
through goods.
geezer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a proper geezer, like Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
You want some?
I'll wet ya.
To you.
And Bobby Mack. So that pretty much completes that. There's obviously
It's
other
a pretty,
people. but
yeah, it's a pretty decent field, really. Like for a non-sig, there's some pretty big names in there. So it's looking good. Mitch is going to tell us like the sheer loss of the sure thing with Adam King is going to send ripples through sports bets markets this week. We are going to attempt to plug that hole with a Mitch-shaped block, and we're going to call this segment the Win Fitty with Mitty. How are you going to win us $50 this week, mate? What have you done for us out here?
So I'm going to go back to a kind of a bit of a constant of Kingy's punting. So I'm going the top 20 multi. So we are going to
Ooh,
go
stock favourite.
3-player top 20 multi. So we're going to Alex Smalley, who is in very good form
Okay.
back off the US Open.
Let him cook.
Pearson Cootie, who has got some really good second shot traits.
And cooties.
I was just going to say, is he okay?
And so someone who's probably not been in a heap of form as of late, but is kind of trending in the right direction and is a past winner, Ben Griffin. So putting
Danger
those
zone.
3 players together will get you $20.92. I didn't power play it because I didn't want to.
Power play in your state of origin multi.
Exactly right. I needed to keep them for my state of origin multis.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
yeah, so those 3 players at $20.92. That's
Win Fitty with Mitty.
That's going to be heaps of fun if you put a couple of dollars on that. So
Now, I'm led to believe that you have your own feed on
I did,
Sportsbet.
yes.
Mitty Andy 22, capital M, capital A, 22 the digits, not the English word spelling of those. Word spelling?
Word spelling. I'm good at word spelling.
Why use
Jump
many
on.
word when small word
let's see
do?
how many followers we can get.
Yeah, like that. Mitty Andy 22, jump on, follow him on the feed for the Win Fitty with Mitty. I know I will be. I'm going to try and I need to win some money back after our punting efforts on Tuesday. So
Pretty sad.
got to chase your losses because they cannot run forever, but gamble responsibly. Boys, any other preview side of things here? We said we've got some live golf going on in Asia somewhere.
Yep, we are in Korea.
And we've got the DP World Tours going to the Austrian Open with our show favourite, world famous Sepp Straker.
Striker.
So he's the betting favourite by quite a lot. So
What's the event called? Is it Sudal?
no. This is I think Sudal was last
Right,
week
yep,
potentially.
okay.
This is just the Austrian Open.
Right.
So with him being Austrian, it would make sense as to why he's gone home and is playing.
Good on him.
Home ground, yeah, I like that.
It is good. So especially with like he's had a heap
Mum,
on
dad,
with-
cousins.
with family and stuff. Like especially back end of last year, so it's probably going to be good for him. But I think the second favourite was Casey Jarvis, who was the chap who won
Suffer.
3 events in a row.
Yep.
There's a
Through
bloke
South
in
Africa?
Tony Stark's helmet too, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's just Jarvis.
But yeah, so that's where the DP World Tour is going this year.
So, just a little
This
thought
week.
bubble on that. What do you think about a rule where you have to go back and play your national open if you're a professional golfer, or you have to try and qualify for it if you don't automatically qualify?
I think you should absolutely do that.
I think Jason Day would take up American citizenship.
Snake. It's a sick burn, MD. Well done. I think it would be. I think it would be good. You have to go back and try and
Yeah,
play
I'm
your
for
national
that.
open. It's
Absolutely.
part of the criteria for getting a PGA Tour card or whatever it is. You must try and qualify for your open.
Or at least attempt to qualify. Like
Exactly.
if,
Yeah, you've gotta
if,
try.
if you don't auto get there, or at
Yeah.
least spend a month in there. Like,
Yeah.
that's not a bad shout. Promotes golf.
I think if you had a world golf tour, it'd probably make sense. Like rather than having
Yep.
30 events in America, you then go, okay, we're going to have 2 in Australia, 2 in New Zealand, or 1 in New Zealand, depending on how many golfers you have from those countries. I
Yep.
think would have to
Even
outweigh.
just like an Australasia one where you go maybe I know there's not many Indonesian golfers, but that sort of line.
There's a lot of Indonesian golfers.
There is, yeah. So you can have
Heaps,
like an
even.
Australian, a New Zealand, Indonesia, like your Fijis, like all that sort of like
Oh, yeah.
Oceania, and have like an Oceania tournament that sort of rotates that.
What about if you went to the Saudis and got a heap of their money and got a heap of the best players in the world
Geez, you have to
I know
pay
where
him
this
a
is
lot.
going.
You'd have to pay him a
Trying to
lot.
make your own golf league
You'd have to pay
that
him a
played
lot.
around the world.
Like a heap of signing bonuses, and
Yeah.
then and you know what? We're going to throw some concerts on
Yeah,
every night
exactly.
as
Well,
well.
you got to get people
Fisher.
to come.
Freaking get
Absolutely.
Fisher.
Yeah, Dom Dollar. Everyone will be there.
And then after a few years, get them to
Pull
put
the money
their
out.
own money
Yeah,
back in.
pull the money out.
Start a
and
war
run it,
over fuel prices, close the Hummers straight,
run it on.
bleed them.
Try and run it on 1/100th of the original spend. That's
Yes.
just makes perfect sense. It's
I
making a
wish I
crazy
had-
amount of sense to
I
me.
wish I had a cash register sound on my little sandboard here because cha-ching, that is a money spinner. We could call it like, what do you reckon, the live golf league? Like live golf, live music,
Sounds
like
good.
LIV. But only make them play like 18 holes, just one rounder. or
and
two.
shotgun start.
Yeah, everyone starts at the same time.
Yeah, and you got to drink a can of hole.
I could get
Shotgun,
around that.
like a shotgun start. You've got a shotgun.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to
Okay.
shotgun your beer before you tee
Okay.
off.
Yeah, no.
And shotgun mulligans as
Maybe
well.
we should do that for PLP Cup.
Just going to ring Greg Norman.
We should have beer bongs on,
Greg
the,
the
on the
Leg.
first tee at PLP.
Okay, yeah,
Or-
write that down.
Or shotgun mulligans.
True, yeah.
It's down.
Yeah, done.
For those who don't know what a shotgun mulligan is, come and talk to us when you see us on the course. You'll be frothing at the idea, I'm sure. That about wraps up the preview side of things in the front nine, boys, unless we've got anything else we want to chat about on the front nine side of things.
I think there was a little bit of news from back home. There's going to be the English Open is going to restart. There's been, I think, 20-year hiatus.
Ooh.
Could be slightly out on that, but yeah.
Yeah.
They've had the British Open, but not the English Open.
And now it's called the Open, the British Open.
Yes.
Oh, like the British Masters.
The British Masters,
yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
Betfred British Masters.
Yeah.
They're on. Yeah, okay. It's
We're
English.
going to go to the
Just the
English,
English
Open.
Open.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be a ball terror.
Any
Yeah.
idea where it's being played?
Potentially down Blackheath,
Okay.
which would be outskirts of London, I think. Yeah.
If
There you go.
Don't
if,
fact check me.
if they did like a party hole, like I would be all over that. I'm just imagining
Guinnesses.
like a real like we're going to the darts vibe, like
Oh, yes.
and there's just benches. And just you dress up as wankers, and it'd be good. Like there'd be Thomas the Tank Engine and the Fat Controller, and
Yep.
they're like the
Like one day,
Teletubbies.
like going to a one day.
It'd be lit. I reckon if we can, we may have to change the price of entry into PLP Cup to $3,000 per person, just so we can all go
Sponsor us
to the English Open. So, on that note, stay tuned for the back nine. Me and Mitchy got a few good little yarns on the Bunty and Steamer of the week, and we're also going to talk some state origin because as we're filming this, we're Wednesday night. So. By the time you're listening to this, you'll already know what's happened. But like we said, it's a year of accountability. So stay right with us, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Lives podcast. You've joined us at halfway, which is the turn, and it is brought to you by our friends at Crush Organics. Jump on crushproducts.com. We've got a link in the show notes to this episode. If you use code PLP, you'll get 40% off your order, which is pretty damn good. You've heard us rave about the gummies and the sleep juice. If you're skeptical, go and try it because you can use our code and get 40% off. So it's almost half price. So do yourself a favor, go to Crush Products, use code PLP, get 40% off your order, and start loving it.
You should do it. If you have trouble sleeping, particularly on like a Sunday night, I generally struggle on a
Head
Sunday
noise?
night. Head noise, big week, lots of projects happening, all sorts of stuff. One or two of those about half an hour before bed, and it's just lights out.
It's not the
beautiful.
thing. It's not making you drowsy. It just takes away the thoughts.
You're not thinking, yeah, so I can actually focus on going to sleep instead of
Yeah,
thinking
clear
about everything
mind.
else. Yep.
Clear mind. Now, we're going to jump in. Speaking of clear minds, we've got Steamer and Bounty Hunter of the Week we're going to start with. This one is brought to you by our team and our friends at Set Interiors. Got some messages from Connor this week, the chief there. Not real happy about 5 metre high ceilings, but he did a hell of a job. So if you need any plastering done in and around Toowoomba and the surrounds, give Connor a call. We've got his number in the show notes. He's a good friend of the podcast, and we've confirmed we're doing a giveaway of some set shirts. You probably saw those a few weeks ago when we ran the little the set interior shirts. So we're going to be giving some of those away leading into PLP Cup. So stay tuned for that. A big thank you to the sponsors at Set Interiors. Now, Steamer and Bounty Hunter. Mitch, you and me have got a few.
We do.
I want to throw over to Fasty and Simwu first because the yarn could get pretty deep with me and Mitch and the amount we have. So was there any steaming or any Bounty Hunter related stuff from you guys this week?
I haven't really got Steamer or Bounty Hunter, but I'll give a shout out to my mate Curly back home, who
Curly Whirly.
had a hole in one at the weekend.
He did it. That deserves one of these ones. Did he talk you through it?
I don't have any details, to be honest.
The ball went in the cup in one shot.
Yeah.
That's about all you've been told.
But he's been playing golf 18 months, maybe 2 years. And he's had an albatross and a hole in one.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's his strike rate like with the cart girls? Because I mean, that's the
Holy
trifecta.
Trinity.
It would be up there.
Curly, not downstairs. We hope Curly get them trimmed up. Shout out sponsors Manscaped. No, well done, Curly. That's bloody good
Good on
effort.
you, mate. Well done.
Yeah, we love that from you. What about you, Simmo? Anything steamy or anything from the bunt this week?
Yeah, just a little mini steamer. Probably two little mini steamers from Mini Woo actually when we play golf on Sunday. So he actually had a birdie putt on 6B. He hit the green with his hybrid.
Cartwheel.
And he was closer than me. So I actually drained my putt from slightly off the green, which you may or may not have seen if you follow Simwu on social media. Did a little clip of that.
Did see that.
Carter was inside me, so he pushed his putt away to the left and ended up 3-putting for bogey. So it's a little bit of a steamer of the week. He also had a genuine par attempt on 13 as well, which he pushed about 6 metres wide. So we've got a bit of putting work to do. Not sure whether junior spiders are available at the moment, but we're looking
Little
along those lines.
arachnids.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
arachnids,
yeah.
little baby ones. So.
I tell you what, for those who aren't watching on the YouTubes, the little cartwheel's actually in the studio, and the looks that I can feel over my shoulder here, going back at Dad. I tell you
Daggers.
what, if looks could kill. Watch out tonight, Simwu. Might not be a comfortable sleep. Mitchy boy, you and me played a Sporters round.
We
which,
did.
You said I've never played with the Sporters before, but you said expectations. Hey, it's going to be a little bit slow. It's going to be a bit. It'll test your patience. We got told on the first tee there was an older gentleman who came up and said, "Oh, your patience will get tested today." It did. He got tested big time. I'll start with one of mine. I'll do myself ones. I'll let Mitchy do his on 2, and I'll do mine on 6. Then I've got a bit of a steamer. So started on 6. Everything's going very slow. And that morning I actually had a lesson with Mitch. And horrible idea to have a lesson in the morning, play in the afternoon, by the way. So line it up on 6, and I'm just starting to think to myself, yeah, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I've got to get this aim right, and then I'll be fine. If I aim just here, it'll be good. Step 1, tick. Step 2, tick. Swing straight down the line of the ball and not at a 90-degree angle across it. That was the one thing I missed. Ended up hitting a tree 45 degrees, dropping straight down. Like, that's not ideal. I said, oh, these old blokes still driving there. So is it rough? I just hit one for fun. I said, look, I'll play that one, but I know what I did wrong. Is it all right? And then shit can this thing straight down. I'm like, that's what I did all the things right, but that he's like, yeah, that's what you did. Sweet. So I went and played this other one. I'm over on the left and these two guys in the cart. So I've got a window between 2 trees, probably if you're looking at the pin, it's maybe at 2 o'clock. And that's my only way to go out. If you're on 6, there's tree lined all the way down. I've got to go out down here. These guys roll up because they only hit the drive 100 metres, almost exactly through the window. And they're sitting there, and I'm copping shit from the blokes that are coming up 8, which happened to be the Marlboro. So big shout out, like, nice drive. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Is that your drive, Reese?
Thanks, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. I said, we're actually playing alternate shot, and that's Mitchell's drive. So fuck off. Excuse the French. And they're just standing there, and I'm like waving, like, hey, that's right where I'm going to go. Would you mind just pulling it back a bit? They then proceeded to roll back probably a wheel length. I said to Mitchie, I said, that's where I'm going. Like, do I just go? Do I aim a little bit further right? And he's like, maybe just a little bit left. On the big fucking tree left. They're like, just a little bit right of the tree and you'll be fine. Yep, sweet as. Dunk. Straight back. So I'm hitting this shot from like 10 metres off 8. I'm hitting 3. My head's falling off. I've got blokes coming up 8, chirping. I've got like 20,000 swing thoughts in my head. I thought I'll just take 4 iron, try and just slap it down there somewhere. The dudes haven't moved. They're still in the wrong spot. I'm like, right, I'll play just to the right, hit a hybrid over the trees and we'll be fine. Towed it. Went into the trees on the right. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm hitting like, what was it, 1, 2, 3, and I'm starting to count my shots. I'm like, oh, I need this for par, and I'm 200 out in the shit. Okay, good. I'll just tap this out left, and then I'll have a shot on and be fine. Taps, catches, leaves, drops down, and if the green's at your 12 o'clock, I've got a tree at fucking 12:01, and it's about as wide as me, and I'm like, this, so I had to go to the side. Then play an okay shot, and then make the putt for, I think it was an 8 at the end of the day.
8, yeah.
But that was a bit steamy from me. Had an 8 on 6, which not a good start to the Sporters round. So that was my. It was a little bit of bunty, a little bit of steamy. It was kind of both in
everything.
there. Yeah,
Combo.
yeah.
But in saying that, you did find it on the back 9.
I did. Yeah, I did because
You
I
hit a
had
couple of
3 cans
cracking-
and stopped thinking. It was
Cracking
great.
golf shots. Like that hybrid you hit on 12 was unbelievable.
How far did you hit hybrid from on 12? How far out were you?
It was
Well,
like
fun
90.
story. I hit another tree on 12 and had 185 to the pin.
but flagged this thing
Yeah, choked
Flagged
down,
it.
flagged the hybrid.
and then left the birdie putt well short. Made the par though.
Mate, yeah, stress-free par. Mitch said, I'm like, I was stressed the whole time. there was a lot of stress in that. But yeah, I still had a fat time.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a good show. But you've got a bit of story.
I've got a couple. So get up on the second tee. I think I was last to tee off, and no one really hit an awesome golf shot on that tee already. And I get up there, and I'm like, I'll just aim at the big tree and just try and peel one off. And I get up there and socket this thing straight out of the hosel, and it's just no good. Like, it's missed all the trees over the top of the trees. It was a good shank. Like, it was a great shank. If you want to shank it, you want to get it in the air. And I did that. So
The noise it made, like, I've never heard a club make that noise. I've never heard a blade shank one before. And it was like,
it was a clank. Like,
Yeah.
it was bad. So for my second shot on the second, I had 90 meters to a back left flag.
You're
And
pin high too.
pin's
I've been-
basically
To be
pin
fair,
high.
you're pin
I've been
high.
110 out for my second one too. Yep.
And then I said to Reese, I'm like, this is going to be the best par you'll ever see. And I just wedged this thing to like 6 feet, 7 feet. Like, it was a great wedge
I
shot.
actually think it was inside. I think it was closer to 4. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Don't make me feel bad about the putt that I hit.
maybe 5 or 6. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
And then proceed to hit the putt, and I thought I hold it like a straight off the blade. I was like, that's straight in, and it just hugged right like high side and just lipped out. So I was pretty happy after hitting a shank. But then we get on to the fourth. So this is where some of the antics start. So I hit it onto the green. I hit a really good second shot on 4, up and over the trees, left side to a front flag, and had like 8 feet. And one of the old fellas hits it up onto the green, and where his ball finished, he actually hit it out of the bunker and across, and it rolled down. But where his ball was, it was like directly on my line, and I had a right to left breaking putt. So I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm going, I'll just get him to go one left, and I'm like, it's no dramas. Like, if I'm right of that, it's all good. And he gets up there, and he's like, do you want that marked? I'm like, yeah, please, yeah. And
It's-
go
it's
Like
like
smack
12
bang.
inches in front of his ball. Like you can't miss it. It's like
I'd have to
yeah,
chip
we're
it
gonna-
over his golf ball to get around it.
with-
Old school golf. We get to
Stymie,
stymie.
yeah. So I'm like, yeah, if you can mark it and go one to the left. Yeah, no worries. Puts the marker down, grabs his putter out and goes to the right. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's like almost directly on where I'm trying to go. All good. Nah. He's like, is that good? And I'm like, yeah, mate, all good.
Meanwhile, he makes eye contact with me and the daggers. He's like, this bastard.
So I hold the putt, all good. And then old mate goes back to put his ball back, put his mark back, and he goes, putter down, one to the right again. So he's gone
Moved it the other way.
2 putter lengths to the wrong side of
And then hold the
and
putt.
hold the putt. And I walked off. Like I was a bit steamy after. Like I made the putt, but I was like, oh, is this bloke for real? Like
Is this
anyway.
happening?
So we get to 6B. Similar thing kind of happens. I have I've hit a really good shot into 6B, like 2-3 feet kind of thing. And old mate's got a putt basically directly on my line, and where the pin was, it's kind of like on the slope, and it was a left to right breaking putt. There was no if, buts, or maybes. It was going left to right, and he gets up there and he's like, "Hey Mitch, can you go one to the left?" And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, well, which way would you go?"
Like as nice as you can say, it's not breaking the way you think it is. Like, are you sure you want me to go left? Like, Mitch was being very diplomatic about it. Yeah.
And so proceed to go left, and then his putt just would not even close to the hole.
Went at a right angle almost. It
So
was-
yeah, that was part of the fun, and yeah, had a great time. So
I'll tell you mine, and I'll tell you the reason why after, but during it, while it was happening, it was driving me insane. And then when we had a beer afterwards, it all made sense. So there was quite an elderly gentleman who was playing with us. And if he could see where your tee shot went, he would say where the tee shot went. So you can imagine my delight after you hit one. High right.
it was instant though. It was like contact. All right.
High right. Or what do you say? One pace left.
Yeah, one pace in front, one to your left for a tee.
And it was kind of like I hit a couple high right, and I got told about it, and then the other guy who had the ball marker issues hit a couple like big pulley ones. He's like, "Oh, left in the trees," like, oh, you wouldn't believe it. But then we're having a chat afterwards, and those elderly gentlemen, they can't see very well, and they're just trying to help each other.
Yeah.
If you're playing in a group with all dudes who aren't to see the ball very well, it would be extremely helpful. Like, that's high right, and you, oh, there it is, instead of like, then you got to drive around trying to find them when you don't know where it is. So I get it, but at the time it was extremely frustrating to get instant feedback. High right, and I'm
I
like,
could see your head
those
falling
guys
off
don't need to
instantly.
know I'm hitting it high right. All right, you just keep that internal, brother. Fuck me, like 100 meters down the middle again. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, fucking
Just in front of the ladies' tee.
found it. Yeah, shut up. No, but it was good. I had a really good time. So, any other steamer and bunny hunters? That was a bit of a long yarn there. Sorry, but we got
It was good.
digressing. Now, do we have an update on the May medal? I'm probably sprung this on you. I probably should have given you a little bit more warning, but I want to get the golf stuff out of the way. We're going to talk a bit of rugby league toward the end of the episode tonight because it's such a special night. We're coming to a close. I don't think there's too many more Stableford rounds.
No, so Sunday, I believe, is the 31st. It's the final
That'll be the
round.
last
Yep.
one. So that'll be your last chance to submit
Yep.
your score.
So we actually got it's a pretty tight race at the top. We got Carl on 73, Nicky Sticks on 72, and friend of the show Adam King on 71. So it's really anyone's game. I don't think anyone from outside there. Fry Lee 63. What's my score down there? 53. And that's actually probably 4 rounds at the moment. So
So if Fry Lee breaks 80, they're in trouble.
oof. Would you? Yes.
Imagine
Yes.
scenes.
Scenes. Absolute scenes.
Absolutely. We'd like to hear that. Now, that's the May medal. If you're not in it by now, you're probably not going to get in it, to be honest. But instead of going to Algo Check, I think we're just going to run with everyone's favourite subject, That's not the button to press. Just in case anyone was wondering, it's over on this other panel, and it goes like this. Rugby's rugby league. Boys, let's go into tipping first. Because we all had the buy in the super coach. I didn't realise, so I traded out half my team for no reason, which was really good. And still got the win because we didn't play anyone. So that was really good fun. But the tipping side of things, boys, I started 0 for 2. Started very poorly. I didn't check in before the potty to see how we're faring, but do you boys want to give us a bit of an update as to how we're looking here?
Yeah, so we've still got Ingoldsby Raider out in front by 3, so he's on 64 points. Coming in second, so he made up a little bit of ground, was the Irk. So he scored 4 this week and is into second place, tied with Lachlan H, also on 61. Fry Z,
Yeah, he's coming up.
he's coming up.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Scored 4 this week on 60. There's quite a grouping on 60. So Frizy, the boyfriend from SMB, Carlos, and Reesinator. So all on 60 there. So that's tied 4th. And then you got MB Sports Fan in 8th place, Mick Johnson 9th place, and Clifton Butch rounding out the top 10 on 58 points. So no real... Oh, Marty the Jarby Jibster. Is that what
The
it
Garby
is?
Jibster.
Whatever it is. 7 this week, so perfect round.
Marty
apparently.
from Gumbunja.
So shooting up the leaderboard.
Well done, Marty. I like that from you.
So in the state of the PLP tipping, Reese, you're well in front. Who we got? Ashi. He's on 54, so you've got a 6-point lead there. And then we're basically just fighting it out at the bottom here. So
What are we doing with ourselves, Mitch? Really?
Just junkyard dogs.
it's pretty bad.
Well-
Are you in there, Fasty?
Yeah, well,
Just-
second from bottom.
Just keep scrolling
No,
down.
we're second from bottom. Yeah, he's in there somewhere. Maybe he's a bit higher. Anyway,
But yeah, so Kingy is on 51 points. And then you've got Simwu and myself on 48 points, tied with the main man, Rohan.
Dore. He got 0 this round. So shout out
he
to.
got-
He got
4. He
Dan,
beat me.
Dan got 0.
Dan has stopped putting in his tips.
Dan's got to work on it. You need to have a long, hard look in the mirror, Dan. Who's is he one of your mates?
Probably.
Is that Curly? Is your name? Shout out Curly, you beautiful bastard.
But that's where we sit for this week's tipping. So it's kind of there's a
This
long
one's a
long
tough
way to
round to
go.
tip too, with all the because you never know who's backing up. Like then they've named the teams, but like Ethan Strange gets knocked out tonight. He's not playing for the Raiders on the weekend. Like you just don't know. So it's a bit of a last minute. You know, if you've got your finger on the pulse, you can probably make some last minute changes if you need to. So
Match of the round.
you just
Broncos Dragons.
I like that.
2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So imagine.
Yeah, right.
Imagine coming back and you're like, righto, we've finally got a team that's not informed. This is the Dragons. We've finally got a team that's not informed, missing all their players, and Payne Haas comes back into the squad.
I can just imagine he might have a. Oh no.
So I'm hoping Broncos can get up. But anyway, we'll see how we go.
We will see. It's going to be a good little round. Speaking of good little rounds, we got an important match tonight.
We do.
We're live on Wednesday. We're just after 7 o'clock at the moment. Fremos has just walked in with some wings and some pizzas. So
Gee, it smells good.
I cannot wait. I haven't had anything since a breakfast burger that Kane cooked for me at 10 o'clock this morning. So I'm famished. We've got the State of Origin tonight, boys. And Mitch, you're heavily outnumbered, but that might work in your favour, mate, if you do get up. What are your thoughts on tonight's match, mate?
I think it's going to be tight.
No, the match.
Yes, I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think it's.
You think the wet's going to play a factor?
I think it's going to play. It's going to be it's going to be wet. I don't think there's going to be a lot of anything flashy. I think it's going to be a lot of up the middle kind of stuff. That's going to. I think it's all going to depend on ruck speed. So
How and where do the Blues win it?
I think it's Ethan Strange. Really, it solely relies on him. I
Ethan
think.
Normal.
So if he can do what he's been doing and can get the flashy things to kind of stick a bit like a Reece Walsh kind of thing, like I think Cleary is going to have to kind of almost like a Cooper Cronk, be the general. You're going to do this, and this, and then just let Ethan Strange kind of do his own thing.
Scares the pants off of me when New South Wales have a good running 5'8". Laurie Daly, Brad Fittler, Sean Timmins, Trent Barrett.
Teabag Timmins.
That scares the shit out of me because they tend to have pretty good times with strong, sizable ball running 5'8s and a good solid halfback. The 8th was pretty decent halfback.
Not too bad.
Pretty good. Shout out to Noddy Kamali as well. Fasty, you're an adopted Queenslander for tonight, mate.
I am, mate. Yep.
Where are we going to win it, mate? To talk to us. Who do you like in the team? Who do you think's going to do some good things?
Well, I'm hoping Ponga, cements himself at fullback there and justifies the selection. Obviously, a bit of a
Just be
little bit
careful,
of a
mate.
shock.
You're in a Reece Walsh household. Just
He's
be
a Reece
careful.
Walsh household as well.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Broncos supporter.
Oh, I didn't know that about you. I don't know if can we change spots, Kane? You want to?
So yeah, hoping he comes good and scores a few points, but yeah, we'll see.
Like to see it.
34-20 to Queensland.
You're going high scoring.
34-20, high scoring.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get a score off you, Mitchie, either. Sorry, my bad.
I think it's going to be 14-8. New South
2.
Wales.
Yeah. Simu, I'm going to throw over to you, mate. What do you reckon?
Well, I think it's going to be a lot up to do with, unfortunately, the man with the whistle, Mr. Klein. So whether he decides to blow the P out of it or 6 again a fi, make us play Volandi's ball instead of proper football, will tell the tale of how the night goes. So Queensland will be up against it. It's a pretty strong New South Wales side. A lot of big boppers in there. A lot of debutants this year as well for both teams. So
Yeah, some big changes to the Blues team after Game 3 last year.
yeah, I just can't see us getting it done. I think, we'll go in as underdogs deservedly and we'll play like underdogs.
I like that. Just good Queensland spirit, mate. It's good,
It will be.
I like that from us. I'm of course a Queenslander. And I think it's going to be. What was your score prediction? Sorry,
I'll probably go 16-10 to New South Wales.
16-10. Just because we're underdogs.
Bit of reverse psychology there.
I like that
No,
from
we
you. I
can't
like
win.
that a
Not
lot.
possibly.
I'm not loving that Tommy Dearden's out.
Yep.
Sammy Walker is going to be the make or break for me. If he does things well, Queensland will play well. If they send Hamole at him all game, I'm a little bit worried for his safety. But he's a Queenslander. He's got heart. He's got spirit. He'll fight hard. So I think being the wet, it kind of changes things. It's going to go into that power game. It's going to nullify a lot of those fast sort of Hudson Young and Hamole aren't going to be as impactful running as wide, I don't think. They're going to be more sort of drawn to the middle, which kind of plays in Queensland's favour. I'm expecting a Queensland win, and I'm going Queensland 12-10. Cleary's going to miss one. Both 2 tries, but Cleary's going to miss one. Just got a feeling. If you're having a punt, I'm going to put, well, it doesn't really matter because you can't follow a punt, but I've put on a bet. Kalen Ponga, Total Kola and Jojo Fafita to all score a try. $19.75. So not a bad little punt there if you want to
Value.
jump on that sort of stuff. Pretty good there. Kane, what's your tip, mate?
It's going to be 24 to 16 Queensland.
Like that. The volcano coming in deep with some analysis. We love to see it.
There's another tipster in the corner there that wants to say what his tip is.
Cartwheel, come and talk into the mic, my man. Who's going to win and why?
I reckon Queensland will win. I reckon Sammy Walker and Cameron Munster will make a good halves combination. I reckon Ponga will do some jobs. And Queensland 24 to 16.
Oh, I like
Oh, I
that.
like
The
it.
spine to combine. You heard it here from Minnie Woo Lee, the cartwheel. Jump on board and follow him on the feed. Don't do that. Gamble responsibly. Boys, that about wraps us up. I'm going to go eat some pizza and drink some beer. What do you boys reckon?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
If can't get into it, get out of it, and don't put sugar in your coffee. Go Queensland.
My hat's off to y'all. Thanks a lot.